Good morning, Tammy. Good morning, Kindness Matters. 1 second. I'm still trying to pull up the rest. I got to switch cameras here so you don't have to look at the back of my head. There we go. Well, one second. Feedback. That's what the noise was. I'm getting feedback between the two cameras. I know. You get to look at the rest of the garage the opposite direction, but I don't have time to set up the other camera. So this is the background you get. The rest of my garage that is not being used. So I hope everyone is doing well. I go back, scroll up here and make sure I say good morning to everybody. All right, Hazel, good morning. Blue Mermaid, believe in Jesus, please do. Margie, I'm sorry if I'm wrong here, Margie. I apparently have a couple of different Margies who are viewers and subscribers, and good morning to you, which whenever you are. Connie, Kevin, Rand, good morning. Isaac, Molly, good morning, Molly. How you doing, sweetheart? Jill, Regina, Shelley, Amazing Lover 96. Hey, William, good morning. Hope you're doing well. I just finished reading your what is it? Your top 10 list on Reddit again. Very interesting. So maybe I should just refer to you instead of William or Amazing Lover 96. I'll just refer to you as Good Morning Shakespeare. Let's see. Switchfoot 881. Good morning. I'm sorry about the noise. I got rid of it. It was feedback between the mics on the cameras. Jill, good morning. Star Miller, good morning. Half Rudder, good morning. My ears, I'm sorry. Let's see. Kathy, Philip Vance, Kevin Wickward, good morning. Judah, it's me, my favorite Cubs fan. Good morning. Opinionated Oma and Kathy, good morning to all. I am running on about 31 octane coffee. I've had six espressos already, and about 5 cups of coffee on top of it all. I got in. My plane was due at 3:20 this morning. I'm supposed to be in. But we didn't get into town, and I got out of the airport. I love flying. Oh, how I love flying. So I get into town a little bit around 4. It was about a half hour, 40 minutes late, somewhere in there. And then we had to wait for our baggage. Oh my God. We're standing there at the baggage carousel. We can look out the window and see our effing plane. And we're like, they're going to get the baggage off the plane, right? They're going to get the baggage off the plane. Thank you for the super chat, Kathy. I mean, half rudder. Sorry, but thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. So we're standing there waiting for our baggage, and there's like, I don't know, 16 or 17 of us just standing there waiting. And then they finally came in. They go, the baggage cart, the cart that collects the baggage, is actually broken down. And I'm like, you guys don't have another one? There isn't anybody that can just walk out to the plane and grab it and put it on in a shopping cart and wheel this stuff in. This is a small regional airport, but they're like, the cart broke down, and I'm like, we'll be getting it anyways. So like 5:15 this morning, we finally got our baggage, and that would be a pain. That would be with your baggage. Good morning, Kathy. Well, I hope it's not buffering. It shows that I have a full signal. Molly, what do I think about Prince Andrew's interview? Awkward, to say the least. I've watched the entire thing when I was there, and I really wonder why he did it. You could tell that whatever he was thinking or whatever he wanted to say, he didn't express it very well. And I saw that he got kicked out of Buckingham Palace too, out of his offices. Good morning, Southern Mom. Leslie, good morning. Oh, I'm sitting there and I'm like, he's like, well, he was more like a +1. And, and he was, just a follower. It was somebody, I was more friends with whatever her name was. I can't remember. Doesn't matter. And then he's like, but then they're like, well, he stayed at your place. Well, yeah, but you stayed at your place a lot. Did he lose his HRH? I don't know what that is, Kathy. I'm sorry. Yeah. Although I finally watched that interview last night. Oh my. Yeah. I have no idea. That was probably the worst thing that he could have done. If I was him, I would have just kept my mouth shut. The rumors would have eventually died off. He didn't need to address them. And what he should have done was, if he was going to address them. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Molly. I appreciate it. What he should have done was, His Royal Highness title is his H. I didn't know that. Good morning, THFC. I should have my glasses on, but I don't. I left them in the house. Did he used to date a porn star years ago? So he was form. Good morning, Irish Eyes. I don't know. I don't follow the royal family. Jason Hill, Toronto, Canada. Hope the FBI interview him. Too much of going on. Yeah, they got to do something. Yeah. Al, good morning. Did I read the Chris Watts book by Cheryl Cato? No. Letters from Chris? No. I have not read it. I was sent a free copy of it though. I can't remember right off the top of my head in order to thank her, but my fans sent it to me. The book. Yeah. I got it. Let's see. I think it was like a couple days before I left. I stopped by my PO box and I had the package there, and I opened it up and I was like, "Oh, look, letters from Chris! Yay!" Not that I'm not appreciative of whoever sent it to me. I don't remember who it is right off my hand, to thank them. But I said I wouldn't read it because I wouldn't buy it, so they sent it to me. Wow, chill. Her name was Ko Stark. She was a soft porn actress. Her nickname at the time was Randy Andy. Bored with the Chris Watts stuff now. Listen, it's going to keep on going and going and going. I was looking at the, or as that man across the sea who loves to lie to his subscribers would say, I was looking at the metadata on the entire thing. But in the actual data from the last 3 Christopher Watts videos I did that were not about the debt or income, it's still drawing viewers like it did when the entire case started. And so it's going to keep on going. It hasn't died off any. And I don't think it's going to, especially anytime soon, once the movie comes out and in the books. And I hear that there are probably 3 or 4 other books in the works, about the actual families themselves, not so much Chris, but his relationship with the families. I mean, that's just rumor, though, speculation. But thank you, Molly. I appreciate it. It was a very nice service. I got to see a lot of nieces and nephews I haven't seen in years, and you always run into those few. And we had a family gathering, a celebration of life after the services, and I met a niece who, wow, try to figure out how to explain this. I'm kind of lost for words. She was 16 when she had her baby, and her daughter was 15 when she had hers. And I'm like, standing there, I'm like, okay. And they're 4 generations now, 4 of them, all living in one house. Martha Dickinson, good morning. Crazy phrase, it's not catching fire like Watts. Half rudder. I mean, the same thing can be said for Michael Wayne Jones Jr. It's what piques people's interest. You never know what it's going to. I report on it or talk about it, whatever you want to call it, and then people they either like it or they don't. And same thing with other creators in the true crime genre. Thank you, Dayal. I appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe and button. I'm terrible at self-promoting my. I keep that. I'm not kidding. I get notices from YouTube all the time. This is how you grow your channel. You should remind people to subscribe. remind people to leave a comment, give it a thumbs up. I forget to do it all the time. I'd rather just make the content and talk to my friends and my subscribers, who I hope are my friends out there. Mama Bear, good morning. Here's something that bothers me. Shannon's family asked in a news broadcast to the nation for everyone to stop the videos, etc., about their family members. Did you not watch it? Mama Bear? No, I've never seen anything from Shannon's family that said anything of the sort. Now, I've seen and I have watched the Frank Ruschek, who is the father, and he was asking people to stop stalking, harassing the family. I have never done anything to stalk, harass the family. And matter of fact, I have talked with, well, or I guess you could say talk, but exchanged messages back and forth with Frank Ruschek on YouTube. So, yeah, I've seen the one family interview, I guess if you could call it, but it was Frank Ruschek. I've never been disrespectful to anybody, but a lot of people disrespect me because it's fun, I guess. That's the honest truth. If you really want someone to report on and talk about true crime and keep in mind the victims of the crime, I'm that person. That was my entire intention behind starting this channel, was to give a voice to those who don't have a voice. So, thank you. It's me. I'm going to keep on, talking about cases. It's like I received a lot of hate and a lot of hateful comments from an individual from the UK, not the creator that you guys might be thinking of, but I received a lot of hateful comments from an individual in the UK, and they wanted me to stop reporting or talking about the Mila Billington's case, to where the father killed her when they were doing a custody exchange from mom and from dad, and they wanted me to stop. And they kept on sending me messages over and over and over again about cease and desist and stop talking about it, and everything that I had said at that point was a lie, and on and on and on and on. So one day, out of curiosity, I clicked on this person's name. Turns out that they had a channel, and that's all they were talking about. They didn't want me competing with them for views and watching the content. I'm like, oh, so I sent them a message through there about me. And I was like, oh, you want me to stop talking about it? But here you are with 30 videos on the same thing. Oddly, they never came back. Thank you, Jessica. Back and welcome and good morning. I've never glorified Christopher Watts, Mama Bear. I don't think he made himself famous by killing his family. Oh, good morning, Crystal, aka Beaver Gaming sub. Thank you for the super chat. Will, thank you for your honesty, unbiased show. So, you are a credit to journalism everywhere. Well, thank you. I really do appreciate the super chat and for the comment and everything. Thank you, Crystal. And I hope you are doing well. I was going to thank Tammy Wagers I've never heard you disrespect anyone. You do an awesome job. Do what you do? That's why I watch you. Thank you, Tammy, and good morning. Dari D, good morning. How we doing, sweetheart? Hope you're staying warm. Discovering the truth. Oh, you get them, Will. If you guys are looking for another channel to watch, Discovering the Truth does an awesome job over there on her channel. Go check her out. You can click on her icon, her either her name or the actual picture herself, her channel. I have her on my sidebar for channels that you might like if you go to my homepage here on YouTube. Dari D, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for keeping it real and looking forward to your podcast. Thank you. I'm interviewing people now. I've got like the first I think 3 episodes of it already recorded, but it's going to be interesting. It basically, the podcast is kind of like what you're watching right now. In a lot of ways, it's like kind of like a live, but it's just me sitting around talking with somebody else and interviewing them and finding out about the interesting things in their lives, because everybody has a story. We all have life experiences that we can share that can help other people, in their dark times, or lift their spirits or make them laugh. Dari D, sure. Please do email me. And William Shakespeare, if you're out there, I'd love to have you do an episode where you just come on and we can do like a kind of like a live stream with nobody else in the comment section, just the 2 of us over the computer, where you could talk about in more length about your books, if he's still here. Hope he is. He hasn't just gone away and left me all by myself. Thank you, Margie. I appreciate that. And I'm sure she does as well. No, I get it, Mama Bear. I don't know. But at the same time, we if we take it in historical context, how long have we been talking about Ted Bundy? Years and years and years and years and years after we electrocuted his dumbass. People are still talking about Ted Bundy. People are making millions off of making documentaries where they include Ted Bundy in his story. And is it disrespecting him? I mean, the families of all his victims. And even if you talk to the FBI, they still don't believe that the body count that Ted was actually accused of, prosecuted for, is correct. They believe that there was more victims from Ted Bundy out there than what we know of. Because even when it came to him before his execution, and the FBI was talking to him, he was very coy about it, and he really didn't think that the state of Florida was going to electrocute him. He thought as long as he kept that number and all of his victims in his background, that they were never going to do it. They were going to give him a stay of execution. He really thought that he outsmarted everyone. But is it disrespectful to the victims of him? I don't think so. As long as you do it in a tasteful way and you do it with the facts, you have to talk about the actual person who committed the crime in order to talk about the victims, and to make sure that the victims get airtime in knowing about the illness of fibromyalgia. Blue Mermaid, I think a lot of people would. Go to my About Me tab and click on it. I would love to talk to you, more about it. Rain Dancer, good morning. I responded back to your comment about the kappa. I normally would, and this is not StreamYard either, just straight YouTube. Connection is unstable, whatever. But chat muffins. Carolina girl, good morning. Sensible crime, good morning. I gotta think about that sensible crime. I don't know if he's an average murderer. There's some very unique things in Christopher Watts's past that made him into the person he is. That, or had a way to factually talk about them. I don't have enough evidence to prove, the few things that are out there that that came up when I was researching, his background. But I don't know if I would call him an average murderer. Kathy Harmon, good morning from Tennessee. Sorry about coughing there. I gotta go get the Medi pot thing out. I gotta flush my sinuses and everything out, man. Breathing in all that damn air from being inside the airplane really does a number on your sinuses. Oh yeah, sensible crime. He is definitely pretty typical within the Family Annihilator. The only thing he didn't do was kill himself, which he should have done. He should have started with that. Then we never would have had to talk about him. Mama Bear, sensible crime. Fibro sucks. The wonderful storms and cold have been making it hard to get things done. And Mama Bear is in Colorado. Can I ask whereabouts in Colorado you are, Mama Bear? I have a sister who lives in Colorado. Just curious, if you want to let people know. You don't have to tell us exactly where you are, but kind of give us an idea of where. How long was my flight, Tammy? Total between the connection flights and everything. Six hours, 7 hours. Well, I changed time zones like 3 times. Mama Bear, I have mild chronic back pain. Can't imagine how disabling fibro is. See, Blue Mermaid. Well, what are we talking about? They're talking about fibromyalgia. Who are we talking about? No, same as everything. The topics are jumping around. You're jet lagged. Well, I definitely am. That and sleep deprived. I think I got 2 hours of sleep. 2 hours of sleep before this. I don't know if everybody's diagnosed with fibromyalgia these days. I have a very good friend who has fibromyalgia, and it sucks. It really sucks, and it's very debilitating. At least for her, it makes her entire life, in some days, unbearable. And just staying in one place hurts. Moving hurts. Doing anything hurts. Now try to be single and have to carry on and work for a living and to be able to pay your bills and keep up with just life in general. It's terrible. We were Blue Mermaid. We were talking about Christopher Watts, and we're talking about Patrick Freeze. We're jumping all over the place like every Saturday. We're talking about anything and everything. I'm sorry you're in horrendous pain, Blue Mermaid. Right now, I'm in Fontaine, Colorado, visiting my son. Typically, I'm in Colorado Springs near Highway 24, near a town called Matui. Matua. It's about 20 miles from Woodland Park. Okay. My sister lives in the area around, I want to say Fort Collins, but it's not Fort Collins. But she's lived in Fort Collins, Greeley, and in that area. But she lives in kind of like the mountains outside of the very rural area now. Pretty there. I haven't been down to see her in, this is 2019, almost 2020, quite a while. I was kind of hoping she would show up for the funeral, but she couldn't take time off. Her work, and I guess she works outside, and I guess you guys had some kind of like snowstorm or something. A couple weeks ago, that really delayed their work, what they do. So, good morning, Tracy. And you're right. I got Rain Dancer says I got CRPS. That sucks when it flares. Scarlett Summers, good morning. It is 31 degrees in Missouri right now. Today, I think I'm looking at a high of 50, no, not even 50, 40 today here. Oh, no, sorry, 41. High of 41 today. But 33 in Eugene. See? Opinion and Oma, they've got a heat wave going on down there. Edwin, good morning. Kazap, April sunset. Had to get fish and chips. There you go. I have a bad lower back pain. Surgery is the only answer, but I keep putting it off. I'll get it done. I had, I call it a bone spur, calcium deposit on my spine that they went in and removed. It was putting pressure on the nerve. It's been about 6 years now. Well, this is 2019, so no, 5 years ago. It made a world of difference in back pain. But I'm over 50 now, and now back pain is just and joint pain and everything hurts on me. My warranty expired, as my wife says. Fountain. Oh, like a drinking fountain. Manny 2, just helping out. I used to run rodeo circuit at the Greeley Stampede a few times. Never been to that. Sounds like fun though. Debbie, how's my wife and son and daughter doing? Pretty good. I mean, no major issues there. I mean, sorry. Ah, I used to live in Longmont, Colorado. It's southwest of Fort Collins, due north of Boulder. So back to my wife and daughter and son are doing well. My son was running kind of a head cold, but seems to be getting past it. Good morning, Miss Jagger. It's nonstop. The Calgary Stampede. They used to have one, well, somewhat local, a Stampede here, but they discontinued a while ago. Lisa, Gunter, good morning. The Stampede that they had here, they discontinued a while ago after a lot of people complained about the animal rights. They said they were hurting the animals by doing the Stampede. I switched to plant-based diet to control my pain. I'm doing better now. Like a vegetarian diet, sensible crime. I don't know what plant-based is. OMAC, yeah. OMAC Stampede. You spelled it right the second time, I believe. Rain Dancer. But no, they had another Stampede that was local in my actual area that's closer than OMAC. I've been to the OMAC Stampede. Right now, I eat plants and fish and a little dairy. It reduces inflammation and pain for some people. Okay. I know people who've done quite gone the other direction as well, who are on the paleo or whatever that diet is, where they eat nothing but meat. Largest in North America. Pink Poodle, hello from Texas. Good morning, Pink Poodle. Warrior Flower, I'm just up the street from you. Ah, there you go. Message each other. It's always nice to find people that are interested in the same thing, same kind of topics. I found out the guy across the street from me has a YouTube channel, but his YouTube channel is about it. What is it? Okay, I know what it's called, but I'm trying to be respectful of what he does in his channel. Model making, I guess you could call it. I mean, to me, a model is something you buy in a box, you snap it out of little plastic things, and you make like a car or a ship or an airplane. And the stuff that he does, he sent me a link to what he does. This is not like the models like I bought in a little cardboard box when I was a kid. These are the extreme in a model making. And that's what his entire channel is about. It's about model making. And some of it, he actually casts his own pieces and everything else. Because I was wondering what the hell he was doing in his backyard. I was like, is he out in his backyard with a flamethrower again, like, because I didn't know what he was doing, but he was actually he pours, he makes molds, and he actually has a little foundry thing where he pours liquid metal and makes the actual pieces. I was like, "Good morning, Mike." I was like, "Damn!" But his model making, it's not like the model making that I did when I was a kid. That's for sure. He had a flamethrower before. I don't know what the hell it was. It was a torch, maybe it was a gas acetylene torch, but with the well, I mean, I'm used to an oxyacetylene torch and it had a flame, maybe about that long. This was like that long. At least from a distance, at night, I'd see him out in the middle of his backyard with this damn thing. And I'm like, what the hell is he doing over there? And I'm like, okay, whatever. As long as he's not chopping up bodies, to each their own, right? Epitone, epi, omi, whichever. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Oh, word. Well, I missed some comments. I'm scrolling up. I wonder if they made Shannon in the Watts movie the least prettiest than NK. I don't know, Ginger. I saw pictures of the guy that they casted as for Christopher Watts, and I saw a little like interview for him. I wouldn't call him an up and coming actor, but he has done some roles, some B movies. He did one that was kind of like science fiction. He's done a lot of stage acting. He has, I guess, from what I can read from his IMDb page, he's got some credits, but he doesn't look anything like Christopher Watts. So, at least not to me. I don't eat a lot of carbs. That helps with weight gain. Love my fresh fruit and veggies, chicken, fish, seafood mostly, red meats on occasions. I love milk and cheese. That's my downfall. I don't know. You touched on everything that I like in that, except for I love pizza. Gotta love pizza and love cheese. And if I could put like bacon and steak on my pizza along, and then add, maybe some ham and then more meat. Do I have to put vegetables on that? Tomato sauce is made from that's fruit. Tomatoes are fruit. Damn it. Beer. Yes. Beer, 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 beer. Nope, no veggies on a pizza. Monkey Bum 41. Biggest role was the Odd Mom Out, where he played the dumb brother. Highly recommended. Good morning, Monkey Bum. Thank you, Tracy. I'll tell you this. So I was at my, so it'd be my aunt's house a couple nights ago. And everybody's sitting around and well, there's like, I think 7 of us there. And we were just sitting around talking, and we're, trying to figure out what we're going to do with my uncle's estate. And my aunt was in the kitchen along with a couple other ladies who I don't think they were family members. I saw a lot of people who I've never seen before, and people are like, "That's your so and so. This is related to so and so." I'm like, "Okay, got me." But they're in the kitchen, and they made this casserole that had potatoes, chicken, and like those who you were in Canada, what is it? You can call it poutine, the brown gravy-like stuff. And it's all just kind of like floating in this brown gravy, potatoes and chicken and everything else in this brown gravy. And they ladle it out onto a plate. Now, sounded disgusting, obviously, the way I described it. But damn, that was good. And then they put cheese on top of it. Short and Ice, good morning. Will, I love pineapple on pizza. Them fighting words for a lot of people, Short and Ice.